RSL
RSL
Nation!
Nation!
Oh, if only all of you guys could see right before we jumped in. That was
Oh
funny.
gosh.
Welcome to the Bros again.
Welcome back.
Woo,
Welcome
woo,
back. Welcome
woo.
back.
If this is your first time, you're in for a treat. I don't know what's in store today. Besides what we listed, I don't know what you guys are gonna say, but it's gonna be great, nonetheless. I will say this: there are gonna be surprises. Maybe not surprises, but maybe some commentaries that might throw some people off, mainly mine. But guys, we have a packed schedule today. Just like RSL schedule, so is ours. It's very packed. We're gonna go over the San Jose game. Great win. Everything we're gonna go into. Maybe I'll just throw in some Chicho talk because I was in the crowd. I enjoyed it. Um, we have some surprise. Hopefully, it's a new news for a lot of people, and if it's not new news, it will be fresh news coming up. Regarding transfers, RSL transfers. Um, League's Cup starts tonight. Games have already finished.
For everyone that didn't fill out a bracket, sorry, not sorry. You're a little too late now.
Yeah, this year we weren't on top of it, so um, we're just gonna go over what we think is gonna happen in the League's Cup, how RSL is gonna do, leading into RSL's game Wednesday night against Club America. We're gonna then talk about the game for Saturday against Atletico San Luis, and then get into your Instagram questions, which yet again, Christian, they're hot.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
Just like RSL's
one more
win on
time, one
Saturday.
more time.
Is that hot?
Well, let's talk about it, shall
Let
we?
yeah, let's get into it. Christian, what did you think about everything that happened on Saturday?
Um, love the results. It was very sloppy. It was like if you've seen Billy Madison, classic Adam Sandler movie. There's a scene where he's at lunch and it's while he's in elementary school, and the lunch lady comes up and goes, "I've made sloppy joes for you, and they're extra sloppy." That was RSL's win over San Jose.
Interesting
It was,
take.
it was.
We
I
did
wouldn't
we
even,
did
I wouldn't even call it a scrappy win. It was a sloppy win,
It was.
but it was a win. I will always take the 3 points.
the job got done.
Job got done.
And not gonna
Marcos.
lie, Chicho, Joseph Martinez, and Espinoza, they didn't live up to their hype. I was expecting this terrible three-headed monster, kind of like remember when we saw Almiron and Joseph Martinez with Atlanta. I was expecting something of that s, but no. I don't know if RSL's defense was good or they were just like meh, like very RSL like where we were very slow. We couldn't get anything going in the first half, but second half where we just flipped that switch, and it was after Joseph Martinez scored the goal for San Jose. RSL was like, oh, we need to play some soccer. We need to go out there and actually go score some goals. And that's when Diogo, for that first goal, went guns a blazing from that beautiful pass from Sam on that left side. Thanks. Shout out to Sam. And Diogo, beautiful cross, rolls in for that own goal.
Um,
Thank you, Jamar.
thank you, Jamar. Um, so here's my take on how this game went. So I went with not only my son but with my brother-in-law, who's this was his first game in like 4 years.
On his birthday.
On his birthday, a great birthday
Happy
present.
birthday to him.
Yes.
RSL got a win.
Oh, there you're gonna keep going.
No.
You're doing nice. You're doing nice.
Oh, I was enjoying that song.
Thank you.
Um, and we also took our friend along with us as well. Obviously, both the adults are, well, all three of us were huge soccer fans, and the only thing that they saw and they complained about were two things. One, they do not like, and in fact, I would just say dislike heavily, loathe entirely. Um,
Oh boy. Oh
sorry,
boy. Oh boy.
no, that was just a Grinch reference.
Yeah.
Willie. They can't stand Willie. Um,
Interesting.
he for them, Willie was one of the most useless nines they've ever seen in their lives. Mind you, both of them are from Argentina, so they might be biased. They've probably seen really great nines go through their league.
Julian.
I'm just saying. Um, but the second part was they hated how RSL, anytime they would make any kind of progression upfield, what would they do?
Play it back.
Yes, go backwards. And we're every time they go back, both of them would like stand up and just start yelling. They'd be like, "No, go the other way!" Like they were almost like booing our own team. Um, and I think that's part of the sloppiness. I mean,
Hmm.
and maybe it wasn't like sloppy, but it was too conservative. I think RSO could have been a lot more aggressive. In fact, I think because of the quote unquote three headed monster that we had talked about with Chicho Martinez and Espinosa, I almost think that RSO overcompensated to make sure that they didn't get behind our line.
So, so in your opinion, then, was that the game plan, or do you think the players got scared?
If you are without Vera and Catranis, you put in Quinton in the middle, and you have a we'll call it a first year starter at our right back. How how conservative would you play against a a, a three forward line in Chicho Martinez and Espinosa? How would you play?
I mean, I would mark man to man like what they did, and especially since, again, Chicho's been more of a playmaker than a goal scorer for San Jose this season. Shut him down, shut Espinosa down, and if Espinosa and Chicho can't feed the ball to Joseph, then their offense is
Well,
paralyzed.
here's my thing. I don't think that they're actually playing a 3-4-3, a real one.
Right.
I think they're playing a 5-3-2.
Agreed.
With Espinosa dropping, Chicho was roaming from left to right. He wasn't on that left wing,
He was
and
doing very much of a Diego Luna the entire game.
and Ricketts and Jones would drop back. So
Hmm.
it was more like a five back. So like I said, 5-3-2, and so with that kind of formation, it I think we that's why the game was like almost at a stalemate that first half. It was just we
Bunkers.
mind you, we had a lot of possession, but if
Well,
I
we
let me
well we can't skip past the most important part that happened 3 minutes into the game. We have Goza with his breakaway
Oh my
shot
gosh.
off the keeper's hand, hits the crossbar, bounces down. You don't get any closer than that. It was inches from crossing the line, and that would have right there, if that would have gone in, that would have given us the confidence boost that we needed to start off.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But going back to what I was mentioning, that first half was we had it was 68-32 possession. We'll call it 70-30, but the majority of our passes were in our own half, going backwards. And that was the most frustrating part. We're like I was on the half, the attacking half, the first half, and you could see the runs that Luna was making. Heck, I'll give this to Willie. Willie was making some runs, and there were times where the ball should have been passed, but instead of just taking a chance, let's just go, let's lob it into space, let's pass it into in between lines. It was passed backwards. It, and I think if you were to take a look at the leading passers on the team, let's see passes. Um, Caliskin, Pablo Ruiz, Glad, Cabral, Quinton. Top five. Guys, I mean, really? And sorry, that was in terms of touches. So the whole defensive line almost had the most touches the entire game.
Well, even when we have our full healthy squad, even when we have Alex and Vera in our 11, we still see RSL doing that, going back to the back line. And I think it just comes down to we're lacking that confidence. We get scared once we get to half field. We don't know what to do. We've never been in this situation that often. Let's go back and see if we can start all the way from scratch all over again.
Yeah, it was a rough first half. And then to add to all this stuff, um the referee just didn't have a handle on the game.
Oh my gosh.
What was it 7, 8 yellow cards
Six. Oh,
in
and
in the first half?
six.
6 in the first half.
3-3.
3-3.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
That was embarrassing.
Well, the one that Christian I mentioned that should have been a yellow card was that boots that the head.
Oh my gosh. That should have been that could have been a straight red.
Like
you're
that was
looking at
As I said, could have.
orange.
that was an orange
Yeah.
card.
That was an orange card.
Yeah, that was one where you're like, let's take
But
a
the fact
look at
that
that.
nothing happened, that is ridiculous. I mean, uh, we're talking about the safety of a player right now. I don't, and honestly, I would have been astounded had it happened on like an RSL player kicking up at a San Jose player. Like that's just safety at that point.
Well, yeah, I mean we're coming off of a what was it, a game or two ago where Glad gets elbowed and gets gashed. I mean,
And
and
And nothing at
nothing.
all.
I mean, if coming from a referee point of view, there probably was nothing. It was just super
yeah,
accidental.
No,
But
in that first half, Luna, when he got his yellow card, that one made absolute sense. Luna loses his frustration, his temper, and just shoves, two hand shoves. So yes, that one makes sense. But a boot to the head, nothing at all. It's like, come on, come on.
that was Ian Harks, right?
yeah.
Correct, correct.
And he's the one that, oh no, he didn't see the marching orders. He should have seen marching orders, because it was his mouth that was starting to get him into trouble.
Correct.
Yeah, the referee, man. Remember, we're here to be somewhat referee allies, but man, that was a rough
They,
game.
they got to give us a reason to be allies, and they did not give us a reason to be allies in this game.
Whoa, that was rough. Yeah, and some of the cards didn't deserve to be cards. Like Gozo's, I
It was
didn't
a
think.
it was a soft shove. It was a soft shove.
Heck, I don't think even Caliskins should have. I mean, no, sorry, Caliskins was quote unquote last man, I think.
Yeah, that it was a technicality on that one.
Yeah. So I don't know. Um, let's see. We had the lineup. What did you guys think? Especially with having Ojeda coming off the bench. Do you think he should have been starting? I don't even know why he wasn't starting.
I think with having three different options on defensive mid, I think Pablo's just playing around, seeing what works best.
I'm going to stop you there. Why are we playing around, in your words, mid-season?
I don't think we're playing around. I think it's rotation. Pablo talked about getting Anelli more minutes, and honestly, his positive motion somewhat wasted, but it was some of the best motion we saw all game.
There was one where he got out of the back.
Oh my gosh. There's been something about Emeka and Anelli that's been awesome to watch where as he's coming out of this injury, he's hungry to be on the field and he's hungry for forward positive attacking motion. See, every single time that he gets the ball, he's moving forward.
Well,
And
for
that's
those
been
of you who
so fun.
for those of you who haven't seen on Twitter, I think Matt Doyle posted comparing, of course, Anelli to Darlington Nagbe, the way he can just turn on a pivot and just clear a ball. So nice. And
Mhm.
nobody else can do that but
He's
Emeka.
nice.
Yeah, it was super nice. So I guess we'll talk about it probably with the games coming up, but we might have some lineup things that we want to get and work through because there's a lot of people, a lot of players that could be starting, a lot of people could be benched. So we'll get to it once we get to the America and San Luis game. But one last thing I want to maybe talk about, and you guys bring up whatever you guys want to after this, but um, I did not like the substitution patterns. I did not like how late the substitutions started, and actually, heck,
That's what that's what I have issue with. It's
Yeah.
just
yeah.
how late.
Well, I was looking at the clock. 60th minute. 60th minute. We're struggling. In fact, well, we had just gotten the own goal. Cool.
Mhm.
But there's still kind of a lull in there, and I'm like, we need a sub. Heck, I even said 55th minute. We need a sub, especially after their goal. There was just something that just it was a super slow start. And we didn't get a sub until almost the 70th minute. And that was just one sub, and then two subs in the 80th minute.
Hmm.
So Do you guys think that there should have been earlier subs?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think immediately after that own goal, maybe a couple of minutes after, that's when I would have seen the first change. 70th minute, way too late. Way too late.
And for me, it would just be for management reasons, preparation for this game that's happening tomorrow, as of when we're recording this podcast, Wednesday. Um, that'd be my main focus, making sure that the guys can rest up for this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know.
And
That was one of my biggest frustrations when I was on the field. I was like, "Oh my gosh, we're not subbing," and it was like they weren't calling anyone either. I was like, "Please."
well, something that Christian pointed out to me is the sub that caught both of our attention was when they brought Hidalgo in. Hidalgo drops back to that right back position, and then they bring Caliskin up top into that defensive mid in replace of Anelli.
Yep.
I think they did that to not play Johnny. I'm not sure why they're not playing Johnny. I don't know if he's a little um sore
Sore.
something, but they could have put in either Jesus for I mean for yeah, for Luna or Johnny, and they
Yeah.
didn't. So what is it? I wonder if they're either saving Johnny or they. I mean, if you look at the rest of the bench, I don't think they didn't have anyone else to be honest.
No.
I want to go lean on the fact that they wanted to save Johnny, but I don't know what Johnny's situation is. So, all right, any last thoughts on this game before we move on? What?
One quick rant, really quick. It'll be
Oh,
a quick 20-second rant, I promise.
okay. Oh yeah, because we didn't even get into Chicho rant.
This is my quick Chicho rant. So yes, I understand like the idea about booing Chicho. Love it, love it. But what Christian and I guess everybody at the press box we hated was the vulgarity. Just the F you Chicho, F you this. It's like you guys, you can do it in a more respectful manner. And what I hated most of all is the fans and everybody in the stadium would only get loud when Chicho touched the ball. Why
Mm.
can't we have that passion, that energy every game for our 11 players on the pitch?
I'll counteract two
Ooh.
points of the 2 points. One, 99.9% of the fan base are going to be against you on that one. They're like,
Probably.
I will F you Chicho all day. I
No,
don't care. And for good reason. We'll leave it at that. For good reason. I mean, heck, I was even yelling that I was saying, "Hey Chicho, don't touch our guy. He's not a masseuse." So, I mean, you just kind of just have to join in.
no, but I mean, like for other games, it's like we see like going back to the Houston game, the St. Louis game, we see many people just really quiet. They're just relying on the supporters in the South. It's like
I
you don't have to be a supporter to make the noise and be loud and proud.
maybe I'll agree with you on the second point. The fact that the stadium did get louder when Chicho touched the ball is kind of a disappointment because we should be being loud when our team has the ball going moving forward.
Mhm.
But I guess that's the current state of the team as well. When we have the ball, there's not much excitement. Like we just talked about, they pass the ball backwards. I mean, what's so exciting about passing the ball backwards? Exactly. So it's like, okay, yeah. Um, but all right, I can respect your points of view. All right. Anything else from this game?
I've
Uh,
said what I need to say.
You
Three
said
points, 3 points.
3 points.
Points.
And crucial
Oh,
3 points.
crucial 3 points. And actually, I will say, Ojeda, wow. And for those who didn't watch the presser or see any clips from it from any of our brother podcasts that have posted clips, because unlike some fans, we don't have any issues with the other podcasts.
It's true.
Uh, oh, what? There was a question asked to Ojeda. Ojeda came in for the presser, and they asked him essentially, "Hey, when you shot for your goal, were you looking for a pass or were you looking to essentially to break the net?" And Ojeda was like, "Honestly, I was looking to break that net," and that was fantastic.
Excellent.
Yeah,
And he broke
the
he broke the
confidence that
keeper's hands.
well, the confidence
Oh
that
my
Brian
gosh,
has just to rip that. Wow.
that like I've watched the clip of that goal like at least 13 times, and I'm still like, I still don't get how it was. And I was like, I'm sure the goalkeeper's still watching, going, it came out my hands.
Seriously, that yeah, it was a great shot. That was
Great
pure,
shot.
pure power, pure power. All right, let's move on because this is where the rubber meets the road, and we're gonna take off. We've received confirmation regarding transfers. Okay.
Woo! I make money moves.
Okay. The confirmation is um, we should be hearing the announcement of the two nines that are coming in this week. Announcements coming this week. If it doesn't come tomorrow, Wednesday, when we post this, it will come this week. So we are told. If it doesn't come this week, blame our source because it's not us. But we do have confirmed the two number nines are absolutely confirmed and should be announced this week.
One of them is in Utah. The other one just played a game the other day.
Yeah. Oh,
Victor just played on Sunday.
I gotta start learning their names.
O-
Ola Tunji.
Ola Tunji. Yeah, they played Sparta Prague. Played in a game. Victor came off the bench about 80th minute. He actually won a PK for Sparta, but he didn't take it.
All right, excellent. And Rowan Cruz is in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the bad news, which we should probably all know. If you look, you're great today.
Thank you.
um, neither one of them are on the Leagues Cup roster.
Are they not allowed to be added, or is like once that's finalized, that's finalized? They can't be added in.
I don't know. I'm not the Leagues Cup rule book, so look it up. um, but we can probably say that they will be maybe available for the August 10th game at Red Bulls. Is that
At
right?
Red Bulls. That's a Sunday. Yep.
Now, here's another little caveat to their coming. The only reason why they're delayed is because of paperwork. There's just a lot of
That makes
paperwork.
sense.
Um, but there's optimism that they can get the paperwork done pretty fast. But there's also the looking back at Ojeda's process to get his green card. It took 6 weeks,
Yeah.
which is super long. I guess in the soccer world. So they're gonna try to work through it as fast as possible. But the announcement should be coming.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't have any expectations for them to be available for Leagues Cup. I feel like that was too quick. But that August 10th, that seems more reasonable.
Yeah, I mean we're talking what maybe 2 weeks, almost exactly.
But
No,
as we have two players coming in, we have to unfortunately say goodbye to one player, Lockie.
are we surprised?
No, no,
No, but
no.
still, I mean, we do have to thank him for what he did do with the club, which unfortunately wasn't much due to not a lot of playing time. But
Yeah, I would almost be like he almost did nothing after like the third game of the season. I don't think he played actually. Not
No,
gonna.
but
In
no,
fact, is
which
after
is odd.
after his little tantrum, quote unquote, he didn't have any minutes after that.
No, which was odd because I thought he played decently well. Like the form he was in, I preferred him over Tyler Wolf.
absolutely. Yeah.
And neither one are playing, so at this point,
Tyler Wolf is injured right now.
He has an
well,
excuse.
that doesn't take away from the fact that he's not playing. My words are correct.
What?
Are they not?
What are you playing right now, Alan?
Because I'm fat.
That's
And
that's not an
Chicho,
excuse.
and Chicho's not?
And Chicho is. And he's. Oh, you're right. Dang. All right. All right. I was going to say because I'm old, but then Johnny Russell's my age, so. And I
No,
don't.
but I wish the best of luck for Lockie
Mhm.
wherever his next place is, whether it's back in Australia or it's USL.
Who knows?
I think USL would be fantastic for him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
That's still a step above the Australian leagues.
speaking of USL Australian leagues, people leaving. Let's talk 5 minutes about these two new players coming in. Who else is going to be out?
We
Uh,
losing
I,
we're losing another player?
I don't know. I'm questioning because now we have, to Marcus's complaint last week, we have a lot of forwards.
Well,
And
I counted them all, including the ones that we currently have and the ones that we're bringing. I think we're up to like 7 or 8 now.
okay, here's my idea. And I think a lot of people share this. Willie's gonna be benched. I think flat out. I think Peel's gonna be moved down to Monarchs. Um, the only big question is what are we gonna do with Gozo?
I
And
think
Because
Brea and Jesus.
Brea I think stays with Monarchs most of the time.
Hmm.
yeah.
That would open up a space too.
But we still have Dom, Johnny, Gozo. I mean, well, let's name it off: Diego, and then these two new ones. Oh, sorry, plus Willie.
And Owen Anderson.
Man, I'm not.
And
And
and oh, well, I guess we'll get to it in a second. The potential
Oh
other
yeah,
signing,
oh yeah,
Marcos.
the new signing Marcos Zambrano.
Yeah.
Um, there's we're we've now loaded this front
This
half of our lineup.
I
yeah.
don't envy Pablo right now
No.
in making these choices.
I mean,
No, but Gozo I don't see going anywhere. I think Gozo is still a permanent starter.
well, I guess that's the thing. Are you a coin flip then between Gozo, Dom, and Johnny?
I would do that 4-4-2 and then have Gozo, Diogo. I don't that's what's tricky.
Because if you're gonna play two forwards, are you gonna start the two new forwards, the ones that we're signing? Are you gonna put Gozo as one and put one of them like Victor right next to him?
I think
Because
that's
we
in my head I
we
was thinking Gozo and Victor.
we can't not play both DPs. And
But
Rawan Cruz is a DP.
is he gonna be a DP? I thought
He
Pretty
is a
sure. Yeah.
he's the DP. Victor is not.
correct.
Even though
I thought it
Cruz
was the
is
other way around.
No.
no, it's a little counterintuitive because Rawan's a loan, not a signing.
Right.
With the option to buy,
I don't know, guys. I think we're gonna have to dedicate maybe next week's episode to like a little bit more roster talk. I know we don't have much time, but I think we're gonna have to get into roster talk to figure out what our lineup is gonna look like
Yeah.
after this. Because
No,
we
with now three forwards that we're about to sign, I I love it because we've all been complaining about goals and we need goals, of course. But I want to see more depth on our back line because one injury or one suspension that we saw in Vera, and we got to throw in somebody like PQ.
But it's not like BQ's never played
No,
first
right?
team minute.
no. Of course
No,
not. But
and he did a solid job. I'm actually more worried about the right back.
true.
We don't
I
have a ton of depth at right back.
but I'm fine. I don't think we're in a crisis though.
No.
That's I think we're fine with Kaliskin and Bodie because then we also have and Nelly if needed can play right back as well. It's not like we're totally without. And then
Fair.
if you do have Anelli play right back, you have Pablo and Ojeda play in the middle. So we have layers that overlap each other.
Like
I
cake.
Like
like
ogres.
ogres have layers.
Hey, you said it, Marcos, not me.
It, yes, I'm not sure where you're going with that, but um, I think we're where we're at right now. We just filled in spots that we needed. Period. We just need to now get them on the field and see what kind of chemistry, what kind of attack we
Mhm.
have.
Yep.
So let's leave it at that because we could go forever, for a long time. But let's get into this Leagues Cup because Leagues Cup right now is the hot topic within the MLS. Not every MLS team made it, so I've seen on social media some supporters pages they're getting a little salty because they're like, who really cares about Leagues Cup?
I was gonna ask you before we get into our brackets, before we get into all that talk. What are you guys' opinions on Leagues Cup? Like it, hate it? Give me your thoughts.
I like it. I wish there was an actual qualification process, like a smaller group playing this cup. not 18 teams per side.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I At the same time, 18 teams per side when each league has what, close to 30 teams.
Well, no,
It,
I think Mexico has 18 teams. I think
They
all
have
of
eight.
them,
They have that. They're using all their teams. They have 18.
and we have 30.
so, but it 18 v 18? I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was 9v9.
18,
18.
18, 18, 18.
Yeah, that's why it's like this is like too big, especially with only having 3 games in order to go to the quarterfinals. I mean, I can see not doing groups. Fine, I'm fine with the format, but I think reduce the amount of teams, reduce it to 12 and 12 at least. I mean, would that? I think that would make it even enough. Or actually,
Yeah,
I don't know what the 16. Let's do 8 and 8. Well, let's there we go, 8 and 8.
I think the main thing that I like about this tournament overall is just for teams like RSL, it's a ticket for us to be able to punch our ticket to the CONCACAF Champions Cup because we see how in the regular season we probably won't have a chance to punch our ticket, but with this tournament, that's our ticket right there,
Isn't it top three?
top three.
Okay, top three make CONCACAF
Because
Champions Cup.
we look at what happened last year in the CONCACAF in this Leagues Cup, Colorado Rapids, they punched their ticket through it.
Yeah.
So and anything is possible.
That's true. That's true. All right, then let's dig into this whole Leagues Cup thing because this is we already have what almost cup sets today. Actually, I don't know if you want to call them cup sets. Let's take a look at the brackets. Well, obviously it's Liga MX and MLS. There we go. Explain the brackets.
Woo.
Each team plays against 3 teams from the opposite league. Obviously because RSL has America, San Luis, and Querétaro.
Get it.
Um, Querétaro.
Such a fun name.
Get it.
We're not gonna complicate this. All right, we're just gonna because the next round, the quarterfinals, is top 4. So after the 3 games, it's the top 4 from each league.
Mm-hmm.
So I need you guys to give me your top 4 from each league. And Marcos, you might have to tell me mine because I totally forgot what mine are. So go ahead and start with yours.
Give me 1 second while I pull up my bracket. Here, so you can. Is Christian ready?
Christian, do you have your bracket? He didn't do a bracket.
I spaced it.
That's okay.
We got at the very beginning of this episode. We're like, hey, it's too late to do a bracket, guys. Y'all just lag, you lose. And Christian's like, yeah, lag, you lose.
Yeah. Woo.
Well, Christian will make his bracket while we're going.
I can't. It's close.
No, he'll mentally he'll write it down on paper.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay, here we go. I'm pulling up Alan's bracket as we speak.
who are my top 4 MLS and top 4 Liga MX? And we can definitely argue these out.
Well, yours is private. Like it won't let me click on your bracket.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then talk about fact. Let's do this. Christian, since he doesn't have an actual bracket, let's talk about Christians real quick.
Okay, so yes, I forgot to make a bracket. I was busy at work today. Come on, this isn't RSL isn't my full-time job.
It's
I
true.
wish, but I wish, I do wish I knew the Mexican League a little bit better. I should honestly I feel like I should be watching the Mexican League. I should pick a team and support that team. But from what I know Neshaka?
Necaxa?
Necaxa.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
Necaxa.
Necaxa's having a good season, right? Toluca. Cruz Azul is always good, and Club America is also good. So I'm gonna go with those 4.
What's your top 4 MLS?
MLS, it's I can't believe Montreal's on top. But for me, honestly, it's gonna be Columbus. I'll go Columbus, Miami, Minnesota. I'll go Salt Lake, RSL.
Minnesota. Interesting.
Very interesting since Minnesota also plays Querétaro.
Get it,
Yeah.
Taro.
Well,
Get it,
for
Taro.
for me, my top four Liga MX in this order, I have number one Monterrey, Toluca, America, and then Cruz Azul number four. MLS, I have Cincy number one, Miami. I put Seattle as number three, and then RSL.
It's definitely not
Seattle.
Houston.
Because you look at who Seattle plays, their toughest game, Cruz Azul, but then they finish off with like the easier teams of Liga MX. So I'm like, those should be two easy wins for them.
Interesting. Um, so I didn't want to throw America in my top four, only because that would mean that they'd have to beat us. So I stayed away from that. I went Monterrey, Toluca, Pachuca, and
Hmm.
Chivas.
Whoa. Okay.
Chivas.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. Pachuca because they have goal scorers like Rondon. And they do pretty well. In fact, I think they were in the final last year against Columbus. Were they not, or the year before, something like that? Pachuca was in the Club World Cup the previous year, the non-elaborated one.
Correct. Correct.
So, um, there we go. That's what I think. Now the MLS side is a little bit. Here's the thing with MLS. I think with compared to other leagues, MLS has a lot of teams that are like clumped into the
Mhm.
same bubble, and you're like, this is really hard because it depends on the day, the climate, literally day of the week, climate, location, fans. There's a lot of things. So I'm gonna say this, and it's probably gonna be really obvious. Not in any specific order. LAFC, Inter Miami, Cincinnati, RSL.
Yeah, I was gonna go LAFC, but I looked who LAFC has to play. They have to play the two tougher teams of the Liga MX. They have to play Tigres and well,
And as I,
and
they're
they play
playing
Mazatlan.
Pachuca
And
right now.
uh, no, they're playing Mazatlan right now, but they play Pachuca and
Oh,
Tigres.
nice. That's right.
And Tigres is looking hot right now. Right as of when we're recording this, so you can get what time we're recording.
Oh, it's not
Tigres
three?
is up
Oh,
3-1 over Houston right now.
whew.
Houston gave a bad giveaway. It was Arthur that actually gave it away.
So I'm kind of regretting not putting Tigres in my top four.
Yeah,
A little bit.
yeah. Well, look. Here's the thing. If you look, any way you look at this, you're looking at 6 to 7 teams that you're flip flopping out of that top four.
Anybody that gets a perfect eight, I don't know how you did it.
Oh yeah, anyone that can guess all 8 is gonna be you're the master.
I'll give you an RSL sticker
Oh, oh man. Oh, by the way,
for
I couldn't find my
free.
bracket, so therefore I can't play.
Well, I'll give you my semifinals at least for you guys. So semifinals, I have Cincy going against Miami. Cincy beats Miami. And the other side, I have Monterrey beating Toluca. Final, I have Cincy beating Monterrey. Third place matchup, I have Miami beating Toluca.
Uh, Look, I think the biggest question is how do we think RSL is going to do? So let's start off with this first game RSL America, Wednesday night. Guys, this is going to be the biggest matchup out of the three for us.
This is our biggest game of the year, arguably, so far.
So far until we get to the playoffs.
So
But
last time that America came to Utah, do you remember? Let's see, and played RSL. Do you guys know what year that was?
Mm,
I'm going to say 2018.
Wrong. Christian?
2021.
No. 2009. And RSL won 1-0 goal Javi Morales.
Let's go. Let's
Oh, I
go.
like that guy.
But yes, America has played here, like in friendlies against other Mexican teams. But last time against us, 2009.
Javi, come back.
Guys. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not
Don't
going to say
jinx
it.
us.
I'm
Don't
not going to
jinx
say
us.
it.
We're good.
I'm not
Then
going
we're
to say
done.
it.
Then we're
Okay.
done. Moving on.
Excellent. Let's see. how do you think we're going to line up against America? Because again, we're going 3 games in 10 days.
Yeah, yeah.
How do we line up?
I would put a stronger lineup against America because they're arguably the best team that they they are the best team that RSL is going to play this season. That is for sure. CONCACAF club rankings were released again today. Club America is number 2 in CONCACAF. That's nothing to sneeze at. So this is the best team we will face this year. We have to put up our strongest lineup.
So then the talk
But
is
they are beatable
yes,
because
yes.
they lost to Toluca recently 3-1, and then just a few games before they lost to LAFC 2-1.
And which that was a fiery game too. Um, oh yeah, that was to get into the Club World Cup, was it not?
It
Correct.
was.
Correct.
So they're bitter. So then let's talk our strongest lineup that everyone is available. As far as I know, everyone is available, minus maybe like one injury.
I think backline is obvious. Alex, Vera, Glad, Kaliskin. No,
Mhm.
no, nothing else. Nothing different. And then I'm
Okay.
hoping we see Ojeda and Nelly pulling the strings on that defensive mid.
Though, I mean, people have their thoughts, but I think Ruiz is
He's
doing the
playing
job.
well.
He's doing the job that he. Though someone keeps pointing out that he does do a lot of giveaways, and more giveaways than us apparently. But um,
Is it time for another giveaway, Alan?
No, no.
maybe. Or like no. Um, but apparently the pass that he gave away led to the San Jose goal in the weekend.
It did.
So he has those things, but Ojeda and Nelly, I'm fine with. But again, Nelly came off a little bit earlier than normal, and he came off slow. I think we see Ojeda Ruiz.
That would make sense. That would make sense. And then the obvious midfield. So we have Luna, Diogo, Gozo,
Hmm.
and then up top, I'm just worried. Ari or Willie, they're gonna get beat so much on that back line by America.
Who is stronger to be in that position?
I'd say Ari, honestly. Physicality, Ari.
I give the slight edge to Willie. I feel like Willie,
But it's
yes,
like 51-49.
I would make it more of like a 60-40, only because I think Willie's more solid. He can
That's
hold up
fair.
play,
Hmm.
whereas Ari is a tall, lanky kid, and he just gets thrown. He gets thrown.
Sure.
And that's probably my fear of maybe Gozo playing as well. I think having Gozo play might we might run into a situation where he's just going to get thrown off the ball, especially uh, we know that he has national team experience, youth national team experience, but this is Mexican League and this is
Th-
physical.
And we know that Mexican teams tend to flop more than a smallmouth bass.
I would almost want, and goes back to our conversation earlier. I would want Johnny starting this one. Johnny can is an enforcer,
Hmm.
mhm,
but also a creator.
yeah,
And I think maybe swapping him out for Gozo or Dom. I mean, Gozo would probably switch out Diogo if we were gonna bench Gozo. But I think we need to have enforcers out on this game.
yeah. Looking at America's lineup against their last game against Necaxa, they got some good firepower. Their back line, Borja, who plays for the Colombian national team on their left back, Zuniga, who plays their other Colombian in that midfield, who scored the goal for them. So two scary Colombians, and on their bench, the one American, Zendejas, um,
I
Uruguayan
forgot
national team,
about him.
Uruguayan national player, Aguirre. So they've got some
Sorry, say
dangerous
that again.
players. Uh,
every single time. Aguirre.
Yeah.
Aguirre,
Gary.
Aguirre.
Aguirre.
We love it. Yeah. So this is obviously like what Christian said, the biggest game of this season, and we need to come out with everything. In fact, I would love to leave everything out for this one and then do a lot of switches, like 6 to 7 switches for the San Luis game
Yeah.
if we need to. I don't know if we have that many switches, but um it's I think we really need to show everyone and make a statement on this one that we're actually coming back. And I really believe we are coming back. But
I'm nervous, but I'm feeling semi-confident that it's what Gozo has said before in few practices back. Start fast, start early.
yep, yep, it's true. So with that, prediction
Prediction
time.
time.
Excellent. All right, I'm going to start this one off.
Take it
Sure.
away.
I'm going to I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw and
Ooh.
we're going to win in PKs.
Ooh. Oh,
Oh.
we're going optimistic. Okay.
Yes.
Let's be optimistic tonight.
This episode is brought to you by Optimistic. Okay.
Yes. Christian.
I mean, if we're gonna do this episode brought to you by Optimistic, let's get spicy here. 2-1 RSL victory.
Uh, you're leaving me speechless. Well, Marcos, give it to me.
2-1 America.
Ah.
What the heck is wrong with you?
You know,
We had a good thing going. I mean,
yeah.
that was a mood killer.
Hey, we're gonna score a goal though. We're gonna score a goal.
You're yep. I'm clipping this one.
No. 2-1, 2-1. Like they're gonna get a late game winning goal.
Oh my gosh. Marcos. All right, fine. Let's move on. Like any non-toxic relationship, let's just move on. Because that was Marcos. Let's move on to San Luis. I know we're running out of time. I'm already starting to feel the pressure. All right, San Luis. What do we know about San Luis? This is for Saturday.
Well,
This was the club that David Ochoa went to temporarily before going back to LAFC.
Did he?
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
I recognize the crest.
You know,
I'm-
I'll trust Christian. That sounds like a real valuable source.
I don't trust him. Oh, never mind. I'll trust him. I found
You know,
it.
San Luis has lost their last 2 games. They lost this past Saturday on the road to Chivas 4-3. And then prior to that, they lost against Monterrey 1-0. And in the current standings, they are 3 games in, 1 win, and 2 losses.
All right. We're not looking at the best team in the league, thank heavens. If we were to look at historically this team, um, they aren't they're middle table. They're like the RSL of the Mexican League.
No.
Oh.
Oh, I like it. We're going against our little cousin.
Because you'll see that they'll lose. I mean, we're going like back at the beginning of the year. They lost 3-0 to Cruz Azul. They'll beat Santos. They lost to Toluca, but they beat Pachuca. So it's like, all right, they have the good wins. They have some losses that are expected. So it's like, all right, what can we really expect out of San Luis?
Not very consistent. Not very consistent at all. They're going to show up surprisingly, and they're gonna catch you on the wrong foot.
And we're looking at the same San Luis that again lost to Monterrey 3-1, and then beat Chivas the week after 3-1. So it's like, okay, they have possibilities of doing something.
Obviously, depending on how the America game goes on Wednesday, will depend on our lineup. Any changes, if we get a good result, that 3 points, then Pablo's going to make probably some heavy subs, heavy change in that rotation.
Yes. But what they don't are absolute goal scorers. They don't. We're looking at last season. I was looking at it. Last season, their leading goal scorer in the Clausura, I think it was, had six goals.
Wow.
And their second was like 5 or 4 goals. They're not like, yeah, 5. There we are. They're not like a high goal scoring team either. So I expect us if we don't get a good result against America, I think we can see ourselves going really hardcore on San Luis as well. In fact, contrary to a lot of people's beliefs, I really think RSL is going to take this as serious as possible
Yeah.
because
I get that feeling as well.
Mhm.
and you get that feeling when you're in the press conference. You get that feeling when you see them play, and how they're planning for all of this. I don't know. I hope I'm not being a hopeless optimistic, but
No, no.
I
There's
feel it.
I think that with not being in the Open Cup, that this is the time to take this serious.
Yeah, this is our time to take this serious. And again, there isn't much to get into this because I think everything lies on what happens on Wednesday. If we win, I think we can maybe this sounds really bad from a coaching perspective, but I think we can take the foot off the gas just slightly because we need to probably recover to get. I know, but then we have to recover to play against Querétaro the following Wednesday,
Querétaro.
and then if we do get a good result against Querétaro, we're just waiting to finish all the games to see where we land. Getting 9 points is going to be really tough, and if other teams are getting 9 points as well, this is going to be a math game by next week.
That's why this is the only time where I will support Liga MX, just so RSL has a chance to get higher and higher in that table.
You know, I can vibe with that.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. I mean,
No.
if we want to move on and get closer to CONCACAF Champions Cup, you're on the right path.
So everybody, we are Liga MX fans in this tournament.
No. Don't
Not
force
fans, not fans.
fans no.
We are in favor of Liga MX teams outside of the RSL games.
There we go. That's a lot better. Um, so let's not waste any more time. Let's do another prediction
Prediction
time.
time.
Excellent. Now, Marcos, give us your San Luis RSL prediction.
This one, RSL will win big, but not any big. 3-0 RSL.
Ooh.
That is big. That's
They-
really
they-
big.
They're gonna go guns a blazing on Saturday.
All right. I'll go second because I know Christian loves to go last. I'm gonna make it a little bit closer. Just because I think we are playing our cousin. I think it's gonna be a 1-0 win for us.
Ooh. All right, I'll split the middle ground here. 2-0. RSL.
2-0. Shutouts all around.
Shout outs all around.
Because Cabral is a beast.
We love Cabral here. We are Cabral fans.
Oh yes, we are. I love him. I wish he was this good, but like 28 years old.
Right?
So that way we can keep him for at least a couple years.
I'm sad we only get him for maybe another season.
How old was Ramondo when he came to us? I mean, he was with us for how long?
A
10
long time.
10 seasons?
At least.
Late 20s or mid
Yeah,
20s.
it had to be late 20s. Maybe he was actually maybe getting to 30 because didn't he retire like old?
He did.
Hmm.
And he was
Interesting.
still decent when he retired, too.
Well, yeah.
He's the wall of the Wasatch.
Yeah, he is. He's the greatest. Anyways, all right. Our favorite time of the episode, we're gonna wind down and we're gonna answer some Instagram questions.
Here we go.
We don't have a cute repeaty thing.
No,
That
we
one,
don't.
so.
No.
Question number one for you guys tonight. With 65 yellows, second most in the MLS, does RSL play too rough, or is it more of a ref problem?
We talked a little bit about it today. I think this last game, it was a ref problem. We only had what did we end with 3 yellow cards the whole game, or did we get one more? 4? Let's see. 5 yellow cards. um we don't play rough. I know we don't play rough. We have horrible timing.
Yeah.
Especially if you think about, for instance, Ari's red carded at the beginning of the season. That was just horrible timing and horrible technique.
Well, I think, and then along with that, it just comes down to us just losing our cool. Like you look at the dumb one by Diego Luna and things like that.
Mhm.
So timing, losing your cool.
I think I think Cabral's was super avoidable.
Yeah.
I mean at that point San Jose wasn't even attacking, so why get a time wasting one? Bodie Hidalgo's double yellow at San
Oh,
Diego. That was
that was
dumb.
that was that was a silly willy goose.
That was silly Willy Goose. So yeah, we have a lot of yellows, but I think they're for dumb lack of focus reasons and not being super aggressive.
That is not why I wore this jersey tonight, though.
Oh, you didn't wear it because we have 65 yellows?
No,
Oh. And you're not an America fan, so
nope.
weird. Hmm.
Yeah,
Mm.
Oh, well. Anyways,
Next question for you guys. If RSL could play any team in the world at their stadium, who would it be?
if they could, would, should, what was it?
It says could. Could.
could.
Okay.
Could.
So if they had the opportunity,
I mean, I know Alan who I'm gonna vote for.
I mean, because it's only the biggest stadium in South America.
I'll go different. I'll go with Barcelona's new stadium once it's complete. So RSL playing against Barca there.
Hmm.
And I'll go different. I would take the Grid City kid to Manchester and Old Trafford.
The Theater of Dreams. That's a good one.
That is such a cool stadium.
That would be
I
that,
I I got emotional inside that stadium. I'm not afraid to admit that.
If I visit my favorite team stadium, I think I would get emotional too. I'm still waiting for that day though.
What do you mean? I get emotional every time I go to America First Field.
Well played, sir.
I'll
Well played.
I'll provide the tissues tomorrow. Don't worry.
Thank you.
In case someone didn't catch it, I would want to go to River Plate Stadium, El Monumental in Buenos Aires, Argentina. So, and that's by the way, River Plate and their fans have the highest average attendance in a calendar year at 80, almost 86,000 per game.
That's a couple.
That's a few.
They show up. They show up.
We could
Just
learn a thing or two.
I mean, I've kind of left that conversation off to the side because I know everyone is sick of me telling people how to fan, but I come by it honestly, so that's why. Anyways, next question.
I think this next question is directed at me, so I'll answer it.
But we'll answer it and give you a hard time.
Okay. Curious, why are you guys against booing players? So just to clarify, I'm not against booing players. You guys can boo. I'm against you guys swearing at the players. There you go.
Oh, stop! Get out of your bubble. You've never wanted to say F you to a player?
Keep it classy, Salt Lake. Keep it classy.
Yes, with a K.
Here we
Chris-
go.
Christian, you don't have anything to say to that?
I uh, I don't find it very classy either.
Oh, am I
I mean,
the classless one? Come on. Come on, I'm the one that be singing songs insulting.
look, I mean, I think it depends. I'd rather do it on the national team level.
Okay. I mean, yeah, everyone has their own cup of tea. I do it on any level, except for youth soccer. That's where I
Oh,
draw
yeah.
the.
Yeah,
Actually,
no.
that's a lie. I usually talk trash with other parents about players on the other team. It happens. I know Soccer Dad is listening, and we do it all the time. So there you go. Confessions.
Interesting.
Good. Next one.
Last and final question of the
What?
evening.
Last one? I thought we had
Already?
more.
Nope. Last and final question. Can RSL keep this same form going into the MLS playoffs, assuming that they make it?
Sure.
I think we should make that a more short-sighted vision. Can they keep this up into Leagues Cup?
Yes, I think they can.
I think one word and one word only. Believe. In the words of Ted Lasso, believe. Like
Hey, Arcel said believe first.
they did say believe first. I think if Pablo and his staff and players, if they really do want to take this tournament serious, then show it. Show it to the fans tomorrow night against America and come out guns a blazing.
And you know what? I'm gonna be Marcos here for a second. The fans also need to take it seriously as well. So you need to show up as well as a fan. Be loud, be proud, be an RSL fan.
Like,
It,
yes, the stadium is going to be full of yellow jerseys, America fans. Doesn't mean that you can't be louder. Be loud, be standing, and show that this is our stadium.
it's very interesting you guys bring that up because obviously a lot of fans a couple months ago being so upset at management and the front office for how the team has been performing declined the option of Leagues Cup. A lot, I mean, just completely declined. They didn't say maybe I'll go to one, two, completely declined. Now, I'm not sure if they can recover, especially with the month that RSL is having, if they can ever recover the opportunity to buy. But I think that's why back then we were talking so much about how to fan. It's like we totally understand being upset, 1,000%. But we can give you hundreds of examples of fan groups around the world that have been relegated, that have had horrible seasons, and yet a lot of the fan base still sticks together and works it out. So we're we'll keep preaching that, and we're not gonna. We obviously understand there's the caveats of well, ticket prices are going up. It's getting way too expensive. Parking's getting stupidly expensive. Concessions are absolutely ridiculous. We totally get that. If those are your reasons, whatever. Those are your reasons. We're talking about the fan part of it, not the economic side, because everyone has their story. But being a fan means that you're in the good and the bad. And right now, RSL needs everyone on board, especially against the probably the most popular Mexican team. I think besides, I think Chivas is a really hotly contested
And probably the
top.
most iconic Mexican team.
Yeah, we need everyone,
Yeah.
and I think at this point, by the time you're listening to this, it might be too late. But show up to at least one of these games because RSL really is in a good spot right now. We came out of the basement since April and May. We were
Was
in
it was it
13th place.
was it back in May that one of us was saying ourselves not going to make the playoffs? That's not going to happen. But look at us now.
That
We are
was you.
yes, point fingers at me. But now eighth place going into Leagues Cup. Yeah, we are looking beautiful as ever.
I mean,
And
right now, I think we flipped the script compared to last season. Last season, remember we had that 15 game unbeaten streak. We were the hottest thing on this planet, and then we started this season as not as bad as the Galaxy, but a really bad start. In fact, we compared it to our 2005-2006 season. We're turning it around.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
get excited because it's gonna be exciting. Sorry. Anyways, I'm off my soapbox. You guys can keep talking if you want. um, that's all we have today. That was a lot.
You
Again,
guys, you guys, two games this week, Wednesday, Saturday. Show up, be loud. Both games 7:30. Tomorrow, America. You guys have listened to this at that point. Saturday, San Luis, and we need every one of you guys to pack this stadium and be loud.
Christian's excited.
Always.
Christian
It's
will not be
always
wearing
good.
Christian will not be wearing yellow, in case you're
I will
wondering.
not be wearing yellow. I do not own a yellow polo shirt anyway, but this is an RSL jersey. It's got
Oh, it's got your name on it?
my
What?
name on it.
Is that when they invited you to go to the stadium that one time?
Yes.
That's so exciting. I'm actually kind of jealous because I don't have that kind of jersey. Anyways,
Mm.
as always, we apologize if we didn't get to everything that you guys thought you would hear, but let us know. Let us know in the comments, and we can definitely mention it next time. Also, remember everyone, we're gonna talk transfers next week because I bet you by this time next week, announcements are gonna be made, and we're gonna get deep into this because there's stuff to get deep about. So, until next time,
Ciao ciao.
ciao.